Nobody has an easy life. Don't look at each other and say, oh, I wish I had that life. Each and every one of us in the world has a rope around their neck, dealing with something. And it seems like my problems are bigger than your problems. No. Every individual has now a sword right here. You know why? Because you don't operate if you're not under pressure. And this is what's called Tzav HaSha'ah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, now Mashiach is coming. Get your act together, right now. There's a reason why we're all going through turmoil and suffering and hardships. There's a reason for that. There's a very serious reason for that. The point is how you look at it. Do you look at it and you cry and you whine all day long? And you're saying, okay, that's the reality. Let me see what I'm doing here. The reality is that we're all equal and we're all the same. We all have to do the same mitzvahs. We're all going through some type of a problem in our life. Some a little bit more, some a little bit less. There's a reason for that, because Hashem wants us to scream already for the redemption to come. There's no such a thing that somebody's now having a smooth, normal life. Everybody's dealing with something. Because the Kadosh Baruch Hu pushes us to a corner because He wants you to scream for Mashiach to come already, to solve the problems, because that's the ultimate solution. And the reality is that it's only in our hands. The Geula is coming. It's up to us how it's going to come. It can come good, and it can come not good. That's it. If it comes good, we're in good shape. If it comes not good, I don't want to even start describing how it's going to look if it's coming not good. But it is coming, and any person that doesn't live his life and breathes that every second, any lightning, maybe that's it, then you're missing the point. You're literally missing the point. Any flash that happens, it has to oh, maybe he's here. I wake up in the morning, I look around, maybe the light is different, maybe it's today. No. I live in the north. All day long we're seeing the jets flying. Every time we're seeing the jets, I'm like, okay, it's happening. And nothing happens, okay. Another day passed. And I have another day to do another few mitzvahs. The reality is that we are in a very auspicious time. We're in a very special time. And if you don't internalize it, you're missing the point. The redemption is coming, and whoever's ready is going to be taken with the redemption. Whoever's not ready might be left behind. You don't want to be left behind, trust me. And don't look at me like, my life is hard right now, and I have issues, and I have problems, and this is not working out, that is not working out. Hashem is not looking now to cry and to whine and to... I'm Chas v'Shalom not minimizing anybody's problems. I'm just saying that everybody has problems and they have to deal with. But that does not exempt you from doing what you're supposed to do. And the more you do what you're supposed to do, things just disappear. B'ezrat Hashem, you have enough material of thoughts to leave this room tonight and saying, how am I changing my entire life, that my eternal life is going to be much better, that my surrounding is going to be 10 times better, and maybe I'm the one that will bring the Geula. Rambam says very clearly, the world is tilting. One mitzvah will tilt the whole world to Kaf Zchut. That's it. One mitzvah. We don't know who it is. We don't know who it is. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the one. And if you're not the one, then you're adding. Imagine how better the world is going to be with one more Jew acting a little bit better. And it's not only, you're not impressing Hashem by the mitzvot, and this is what we have to do. Every person has this little internal thing that he has to work on. That's when you are pressing Hashem. You have an issue with Lashon Hara, then today say 99. Tomorrow say 98. The next day say 97. Just start minimizing the damage. You have an issue with looking in the wrong place, then tomorrow look one time less. You have an issue with stealing, then tomorrow steal one time less. The point is that every little act makes a big difference, and there's no time. If it was 10 years ago, I would tell you, okay, no, take your time. Take one step at a time. Now there's no time to say take one step at a time. You have to take 10 steps at a time. B'ezrat Hashem, Hashem should bless you all that you would leave this room with a big change in your heart and a big change in your mind, and enough material to think about, that every moment of your life and every second of your life, you can change the entire world and everybody that is around you. You can affect yourself, you can affect your loved ones, you can affect the community. If every individual would think like this, then very fast we would change it. If you step out a little bit out of your box and you don't just think of yourself, you just think, oh, okay, maybe today I'll think of somebody else. I'll think of myself a little bit less, and I'll think of another Jew that maybe needs me. The world is going to be much, much better if we do that. Bezrat Hashem, Hashem should give you a lot of koach, and a lot of energy, and a lot of yirat shamayim, and a clear path, and open your vision to see the reality and the truth. It's an extremely exciting time. We're a very lucky generation. We're actually going to see it. You know, they've been hearing about it for 4,000 years, but we're the one who's going to see it. I mean, I don't want to miss this whole show. I'm not willing to miss this show. I am not missing this show. 4,000 years they've been waiting for this show. I have front row tickets. So my entire day is focused on the show. Forget about right now the eternal part. That I'm buying my ticket to eternity. You have to internalize it. I don't think people really realize that every little act that they do, they're signing another contract. They're building another, they're buying another investment to their eternity. Trust me, you want to be next to the king. You don't want to be in the hall. You don't want to be enjoying the smorgasbord. You want to be next to the king. And this life is the passage. This is where you do the investment. There's no time now to drag along. It's now. So I know you're already falling asleep. I bored you to death. I wish you great success in your new path. And I wish you all to leave out of this room a total different person. And tonight you're already changing your entire life. And it doesn't have to be these massive things. Sometimes it's one little thing, one little act. And tomorrow it's another act. And the next day another act. You have the opportunity to do 3 acts. Whatever you do, you figure it out yourself. Bezrat Hashem, we should all meet here again very soon, going together on buses to Beit HaMikdash and living the dream. Thank you for your time and for your patience. Bezrat Hashem, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask.